wonderful people, disciplined. I just thoroughly been impressed with the kind of program that Coach Swinney runs, and as I was telling him a little earlier, sometimes, you know, you think you got the market cornered on discipline and those type things, because you know my background and with Coach Sheridan and Coach Baker, the philosophy there. But it's just been ideal. It's been really amazing. I'm very lucky to be here.
I guess it's been an interesting transition for you compared to this time a year ago. You were up at the SEC Media Days, and you were talking about that earlier, and what that was like, and now you're here at Clemson.
Lord of mercy, I just gotten a job, and those people running around scared to death. They trying to school me up on what to do and how to do it. I said, boys, you can't worry about it. I ain't smart enough to handle all this. I'll just go do what I do, you know. So it was fun.
What was that like last year in Birmingham? You were kind of the star of the show there, at least that day.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a lot of fun because I like people. I like talking to people. But it was also very discouraging, I guess, about my profession, because, you know, the people that work there, you know, simple things like telling them thank you and all, they'd never heard that before. And that was heartbreaking to hear that, you know. Just sometimes it's disappointing. You know, life's about people, and I enjoy them.
You talking about the other coaches there? I mean, they just...
yeah, I mean, you know, it was just. I don't need to get into that, yeah. But you know, when people do stuff for you, say thank you.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how much money you make.
Yep.
That was the most disappointing thing, but I don't need to get off on that.
What's the transition like between what you guys did at Vanderbilt last year and before, and what you know, the coaches want to do this year with kind of speeding things up on offense?
Well, like I say, I've had a little experience at it, and I think I really feel comfortable in Coach Morris's offense, and I really like his approach. He certainly knows a lot more about it than what we were trying to do with it. You know, we went to something probably prematurely. Well, at one time, you know, we had a lot of receivers, and then all of a sudden we switched to this, and all of them got hurt, and we didn't have anything on the perimeter outside. So it was pretty difficult. But you know, he's got a great plan, and the different approaches out of the offense that he takes to attack defenses is very refreshing, and feel like I have something to add to it from the experience, you know. So I'm just tickled.
Can you assess your situation at left tackle going in? How do you see that shaking out as you go into practice?
Well, I think we got two guys that are very capable there. You know, Philip Price and Brandon Thomas. Philip had a great spring and came on and did a very good job for us. And Brandon didn't have as good a spring, but he was also injured. He got his shoulder fixed, and right now he's just been amazing. He's over 300 pounds. He's stronger than he's ever been. He's running. I mean, the sucker ran about 4.7 at 300 pounds, and I mean, I hadn't seen an athlete like that in a long time. So it's a pleasure.
Do you see him still being in position to challenge Philip for the starting job?
I do, at some spot up there. You know, in the offensive line room, our philosophy is pretty simple. The best five will start. And if it means a player switching a position, then that ought to be something they want to do. I mean, I know when I played, if I had a chance to be a starter, I believe I'd like that. So, and they do. They like that approach to it. So that's how we're going to go at it.
Robbie, how did you find these guys when you got here? They'd come off a couple of losses. They had a losing season. Did you have to build the attitude up again, or were they kind of focused on, okay, now we're going to go right ahead?
I tell you, the attitude was just the opposite. They were just dying to get back out there. I mean, they were in the weight room. They were working hard. The continuity of the team is just so much better from what I've been told. They're a very cohesive group, and I'm not talking about just offensive line, offense and defense, and they're all in there together. And I know Coach Batson's done a great job with his staff getting them ready to go.
Is Pickens County a better fit for you, you know, culturally than Nashville?
Well, now, I like to think I add a little culture to Nashville up there. Probably so. You know, I'm from South Carolina, and I'm proud of my heritage, you know, so I guess that will be good. I know Williamson County is pretty high tech where I've been living, and they're probably glad to get rid of them.
Did you have to reshape your guys a little bit to keep with the pace that Coach Morris wants?
Well, I don't think it's a matter of have to. I think they kind of sensed it, and it took care of itself. You know, when we started going so fast in practice, and they found out, you know, what Coach Batson's been telling them all along. And, you know, conditioning and those type things are a big factor. But you know, in the long run, I'm not so sure the fast pace is not easier for offensive linemen, because we don't have to huddle, we don't have to go run back and forth. We get up there and we're waiting, we're ready to go.